Welcome to the Atlanta Motor Speedway for round 6 of the TOECAR Goodies Trash Series. Today we are going to be set for an absolutely wild race. But before we get to that, Mike, do we have an update on last week's injuries?
Unfortunately, we do. It did not turn out the way any of us hoped. If you watched Bowman Gray last week, you may have heard. Unfortunately, the 22 and the 29 car of Strikes Ferguson and Just Luke, they did not make it. Baszler skull fractures for both of them were... In other news, Clink Bottles, who was in a coma after that hard impact driver's side last week, he woke up 20 minutes before the race. Incredible. Coyle Lawson practiced the 45 car this week, but Clink, he ran up to him, ripped the window net down, and yanked him out by his collar. Got in that race car. Steve Basil ran up to him, he flipped him off and put the window net back up. That boy's back in the race car. Impressive. Arkansas Jones, horrible impact on the final lap coming to the line. Got cleaned out in the driver's side by the 8 car. He has a case of combined legs from that impact, which means he has one long leg now. So that's going to be hard switching pedals to try to miss wrecks. Not good. But he's going to be relieved later in the race, on the first pit stop most likely, by Coyle Lawson, because he deserves a race. He was promised to get in the 45, but Clink woke up, so he's going to get in the 67 first chance. Jeff Gordummy also had a hard hit into the outside wall in that big crash that took out Strikes and Just Luke. He has an elongated neck from that. And his G-force light. You know how dummies have a G-force light when the fatal hit gets registered? That won't turn off, but he's still breathing, so, you know, those numbers must not be too good. Fragile Fred Bush, case of bedwetting, because horrible hit for him, but he made it through it, but it messes with your head, guys. It's not good for him. David Gutterball, same kind of situation. He now has a fear of flipping. Very understandable. He does it every damn week, so we'll see it here probably on lap 2 here tonight. Daddy McBetty flew in. For the record, he did not end Strikes Ferguson's life. Strikes was confirmed dead on impact with the wall, so do not blame McBetty, but he should be charged anyway. He has a case of massive Chris, so he's going to have some heart pain throughout the night tonight, or day. It looks like the sun is up. Harold Clott, another situation with him, a case of angina, which is chest pain, so, you know.
Small Chris.
It happens, you know, with people that age, so he'll get over it. And DUI Div, our back-to-back winner, he has a case of hangover too. So, you know, yeah.
Thank you, Mike. It's not just us two in the booth today. We're also joined by Tristan. Tristan, what are we going to see today?
Well, Kyle, let's expect hopefully a safe race today. That's the biggest thing. After kind of a very somber Ricky race. Some might argue was hilarious, but, you know, to each their own. I think we're going to be in for a good race nonetheless. It's cool that Atlanta Motor Speedway decided that they wanted to bring out the old layout just for us for one race. So, you know, props to them for getting that done for us. And, you know, we're going to have a good race, I think.
Well, guys, not only that, but we're also joined by Matt, our Splint Cup Series partner. Matt's on assignment today. Matt's going to be covering the backstretch, and the backstretch alone. Matt, what are you expecting to see today?
Well, guys, up here on this rolly trailer thing, down about a little past halfway down the back straightaway. I'm going to have some good views of them coming off turn 2, flying down this backstretch. I got plenty of fans out in front of me. They're flipping. Stop flipping me off. Yeah, fuck you too, asshole. Anyway, this seems to be some calamity at this track going into turn 3, so I'm going to keep my eye out for that. Anything that happens back here, you come down to me. I'll try to keep up with little storylines going on within the drivers and teams as well, so I'm excited. This is new. I haven't been here for a Trash Series race since, I think, the first one. I can't remember. I've had a lot of hard hits myself. Sports.
Yeah, dude. Sports. Not only that, but we're also joined by a couple of new faces this week due to what happened last week. Mike, do you have more info on those guys?
I do. We all attended Strike's funeral because we were very close with him. Watched him bowl for many years. Never watched David Gutterball. We were never invited, so you know, that's on him. But in his funeral, we bumped into his long-lost cousin that he hadn't seen since he was a kid. His name is Spare. And also, he tried bowling a couple times, just not that good at it. He's been looking for a calling in life, and when he found out what happened to Strikes, he talked to us. So Spare Ferguson is going to be driving the 29 car from here on out. Hopefully he can get a victory for that 29 team. The 22 car, Just Luke. Similar situation. He did not have a funeral. Just Luke didn't have any loved ones on file from what we saw, so we had nobody to contact. By the time we got to Halifax, they had already cremated him. It was so sad. So they gave me his ashes. I'm so sorry. Have a tissue.
Here you go, Mike.
And thank you. So I took him out to Daytona. I took him to Pierre Pond, and I spread his ashes. And I started to feel sick to my stomach from what had happened that week. So I went to use the porta potty, and I bumped into a guy, and I saw his name tag. He was working for the track, and his name was Luke. So I handed him the contract. So also Luke is going to be driving the 22 car from here on out. Hopefully this man can do something other than construction, because I could see the passion in his eyes.
Also the fashion. He does have those Gucci sneaks on.
Hey, hang in there, Mike. we're
Mike, do you have some Gucci sneaks? Will they cheer you up?
I'm emotional too, Mike. Don't worry.
Well, while we're putting the fun in funeral, we'll go back to you.
On pole tonight will be Rusty Dipstick in the 69 car. On his outside will be Adam Recklin in the 11. Row 2 is going to be on the outside. We're going to have Fragile Fred Bush. Hope he can hold it together today. On his inside is going to be Rushard and Ketchup. Behind him we got Dakota West next to new Spare Ferguson. Wayne Resky is going to be in the 78 car next to Joe Swanson in the 71. Tom and Walls in the 66 is going to be starting inside of Florida Man in the 5 car. Mason Dixon starting the inside of Phil Menard also back there, and that's probably the 8th row, I'm not sure. Willie Studd still can't get up the stairs, but luckily this is a one-story track. On his outside is Arkansas Jones. Chris the Catheter starting inside of Elliott Sadness. That funny bone's slowly starting to heal up. Maybe he can crack a smile tonight. Smiling friends from here to midnight. Scub starting next to Christopher Bell in the 09 car. Further back we got Dingo Dave in the 31 starting next to Big Luke in the 19 car. Behind him we got...
Leave it in. We got Tony Torque Wrench and Paul Walker music.
In the next row, we got DUI Div, last week's winner and the week before, starting next to Walter Cooler. These guys finished side-by-side last week and starting side-by-side this week. Can they finish side-by-side again this week? Probably not, but we'll see. Clink Bottles, who just woke up 20 minutes ago, starting inside of Chris Cross, who actually is just coming back from having 20 broken vertebrae from Talladega. Very impressive. Hopefully he doesn't get powdered spine. David Gutterball, hopefully he doesn't flip tonight. I hope he does, because that'll be pretty damn funny, but he doesn't. Jeff Gordummy can't get the G-Force light off, but he's going to be doing it anyway. Mateus, my favorite driver, I don't care what Tristan has to say, next to Liz Wyoming. Also, Luke found him in the shitter next to Harold Claude. Jake Joe starting next to our Daytona winner, Chris Call. Making music next to Ginger Joe. Anthony Von Samson got his screen replaced, hopefully he doesn't get that shattered again. Philip Russell, hopefully he doesn't get thrown into a hay bale tonight. Down under, start next to Deddy McBetty. Hopefully they put a brake pedal in that 23 car, because we didn't find one after post-race inspection last week, so we got to talk about that after the race. And bringing it in the rear is the 54 car of Asiago.
Guys, the field is coming down the backstretch. All these fans are on their feet, ready. Oh, I think someone just threw a beer. I'm not sure. It's completely off the racetrack. We're all good. Off to you guys. Yeah, sports.
I love
Thanks,
sports.
Matt. Stay safe down there.
Oh, tell me what to do, Tristan.
Ignoring the litter on the backstretch. A lot of really unsuccessful, not to put it poorly here, but unsuccessful drivers starting out on the front of the pack. You got to think a win can change anything for any of these guys. As green is out, another day, another bogey. That's the field. There goes Rusty Dipstick down at turn 1. Rushard and Ketchup close behind.
Mike, you didn't say the thing.
Oh, boogity. These guys got to be real careful. As you can see, there are no safer barriers at this race. Oh, no!
What do you see that I don't?
Nothing happened.
Oh, I saw
there
it.
they go.
I saw it.
Also Luke.
Also Luke.
Oh, Von Samson.
Anthony Von Samson again, upside down almost. No, he is upside down.
That counts. Put it
That
on the
is
chart.
what, a 4th race in a row?
The man, the myth, the legend. He who was upside down. Anthony Von Samson.
Oh. Is that Mateus?
Oh, and Mateus around on the backstretch. Ha, funny. Don't
All
know why
sorts of
he's
chaos.
around.
You know, as per usual in these TOECAR races, we just can't get off the ground running. Every start is chaotic in some way, shape, or form. Today is no different. All right, guys. First wreck of the day. First of probably many. Let's just be real. Looks like returning crisscross is going to get that 9 car hooked sideways. Also, Luke down in the inside. He's never done this before. He doesn't know what to do.
Whoa!
Holds it
Skims the
right
wall.
down to the inside for some reason. Inexplicably. Pardon me. Harold's in it. Oh, we didn't see that at first. I didn't see that at first. Eddie McBetty. Phillips Russell and that big Ginger Joe hit pretty hard.
I swear, man, that 12 car just cannot stay on all 4 wheels. I don't know what it is with them. And I really thought they were gonna have a stellar season. I thought they were gonna come in here as one of the best drivers out here, and well, they're the best at flipping, I guess.
You know, it almost didn't turn over, but it got hit very, very last minute by the 3 car after the wreck had already mostly taken place. That's all it took. It tipped it right over.
On board Von Samsung. He's riding on this inside, sees the 22 get hooked down, and he's just praying that thing's not going to reappear, but it does. Hooks him in the left rear, and he gets pushed up on top of Harold Clott, and he's just seeing the world from the side. And now he's seeing static. He must have drank Sprite.
Well, it'd have to be McDonald's Sprite, Mike.
Just hope his screen's okay. Here we ride on board with the 96 of Harold Clott, who's put together a couple rough races also. Oh man! And if you notice out there on the outside wall, there's no catch fence there, so thankfully that 12 car stayed inside the ballpark for this one.
It's all good. They got the safer Winston Cup Series banner. They'll hit that, bounce right back in.
Guys, as that wreck started and also Luke was sent down the track, I have to mention I saw his middle finger out the window towards me as well. So I don't know what's up. Everybody flipping me off back here. I don't know what all the hate is for. It's getting kind of upsetting, but yeah, just not a great situation for this young rookie.
All right, so it would be a crime if I didn't commentate on what happened with the 32. You see, he just kind of got hooked here. And no harm, no foul, I guess. Unfortunately, he's going to continue on here.
As we enter turn 3 to field doubling up for a restart here. And you got to think, if this is anything like some of the other intermediate races we've seen, eventually this is going to get tame and calm down. But who knows how many more accidents we have to get through before we get to that point. As we see from space here, pace car about to pull in. 69 car going to be alongside the 42. The 11 and 28 right behind them with the 01 and newly Spares Ferguson behind them. As the green is out. Another day, another bogey. And once again, there's the field. Field storms down into turns 1 and 2. I'm not expecting them to use the high side today, guys. We haven't seen very much of them using those high 2 grooves in practice at all. It really seems to be a bottom feeders racetrack today. You're going to see people with their left sides right on that white line all night long.
Pretty well behaved so far. We've made it 3/4 of a lap, longest we've done all day. Rusterman catching up with a commanding lead of both lanes. Looks like they're about to go 3 wide on old poor Fragile Fred up there for second.
I'm just impressed that we made it past the lap.
Oh man, come on, buddy.
Getting real close not to making 2.
Ooh.
You know, and while he's around and we can shout him out, I want to give a shout out to 2 people actually. First, that 78 car, Wayne Rexke. He has not really had a very good start to this season. He's really not run better than 30th most weeks. So this is a really, really big change of pace. We're going to see if they can do anything with that run today. Same thing for the 18 car. Did we?
We have a caution.
We do have a caution.
Guys, it looked like a absolute brawl from the last 4 cars on the racetrack, really. As they came off the corner, the 84 might have hooked the 13. Regardless, the 13 goes down the racetrack and collects the other cars. The 3 of Chris Call and the 22 car, again, involved in a crash here at Atlanta. Also, Luke. Yeah, that was kind of stupid. It was just fitting for a stupid straightaway.
As we saw there, the flashing caution light turning on. Absolutely no mistaking that was, in fact, what happened.
Also,
yeah, I have a
back
sign
to
back here. It's got a switch. I'm absolutely flicking that shit under yellow.
Man, making sure all the drivers in today's TOECAR race know the caution is out, helping contribute to the safety. Lord knows they need that.
Good day to be named Russ, as Kyle was telling me in the booth prior to this. The green is out! That 69 kind of getting a little, kind of edging him out for the lead here. Teehee.
Oh no.
Already.
Oh!
Ooh, they're going to hang on to it, though, this time.
Good save by Adam Recklin there.
Oh, it's not over. They got a bunch of faster cars coming up on them.
Before I'm rudely interrupted by another accident, the other shadow is going to be for that 18 car, Mason Dixon. He's had an awful start to this season. Honestly, about as bad as it could have gone. I'm looking for a big turnaround today.
Three wide right there in the middle, with Florida Man being the meat of the sandwich here.
Oh, it's about to be open face.
Whoa, guys! This fat pack being up to speed for the first time as they go past me is absolutely wild.
You see there from the Mac cam down the backstretch, seeing about what he sees today.
See them swells up off of turn 4. A lot of elevation changes at this racetrack. It's got to be upsetting a lot of stomachs there from people still feeling the effects from Mavis.
Yeah, good old
Hey, look at that
Buster
71
Guts.
car. I mean, we could talk about Buster Guts if you'd like. What do you got to say about him?
I was gonna say Buster Guts with those scrambled guts.
That's Ginger
Definitely not
Joe.
gonna like those. Oh, it is Ginger Joe. Ginger Joe with the scrambled guts. Gonna have a very, very rough go of it today.
Well, let's give a shout out to Joe Swanson right now too. You know, he's kind of had a dismal season. Kind of got caught up in 2 bad accidents at Ricky, running pretty comfortably up here in the top 10 right now, just right behind Spare Ferguson, who's doing a great job in his first race so far.
Very impressed by his run.
If there's one thing that's certain, though, it's that the 71 car is definitely going to be in an accident at some point tonight. I feel like Joe Swanson has found his way into every highlight reel, similarly to the 21 of David Gutterball. For slightly better reasons, sometimes the 71 has run up well, whereas the 21 has usually been doing it for like 15th, where he is right now, I think.
Oh, we got trouble in the back.
Oh, look
Oh.
at that.
Oh,
Oh!
God, guys! Someone hit hard!
That's Jake Joe.
Oh, my goodness.
He's rolling, but man, that was a hard lick.
Anthony Von Samsung in another one. Making Music was in that.
Guys, I think some debris flew into the campgrounds inside turn 3 right there. I'm not sure. Some people are scrambling.
What about you? Are you all right?
I'm fine. Hair's standing up on my arms, but I mean, look at those skid marks right there.
Well, if you ain't hurt, you're not trying hard enough.
Shut up!
Oh!
Go. What are they doing, guys?
What is going on here?
On a safe fuel, make sure don't lose any fuel in the pickup. All staying on the flat here. Smart.
They want positions.
Are they coming in for pit stops here? Matt, get over there if they're coming in for pit stops.
I'm running!
Oh, as Matt flies across the infield, here they all come.
It's gonna be Coyle
Guys,
Lawson.
I don't think I'm gonna make it there in time, but the story that we're all looking at is the 67 car. Driver swap has to occur here. It's lap 18. I think they expected to do this earlier, but first pit stop. How's it go? I can't see. I'm not there.
Looks like
Looks
it's
to be going
going pretty
according to
good.
plan.
Why'd you say it at the same time? Am I hallucinating?
I mean, I'd recommend getting some air there, bud. You might be running too fast.
Take a breath. Take a breath.
Oh, wow.
You're
Driver
doing-
change
you're doing
complete in the
great.
67. Coyle Lawson behind the wheel of that car now, after being here in practice anyway. Man, we see some record-changing pit stops here. Like, people fly into those cars. I don't even know if they have the seatbelts on.
No, they get them on at least by turn 3. It might be a couple laps into the restart, not sure. It all depends on how fast they can get them clicked. But they have to hit the gas as soon as their ass hits the seat. That's part of the contract.
Off turn 2 here. Looks like the 57 car is just going to get hooked. That toe hitch catches another victim. Right across the 22, also Luke. It's going to send this 57 on a terrible trajectory. Oh, driver's side right into the wall opening. You really don't want to see that, guys. Looks like there was some more trouble up above, Making Music involved.
Looks like there might be some fuel leaking onto the racetrack there. I see some dark stains.
The fact
That was
he
me, I
able
shit.
to drive away. Well, now we know where that came from. But as I was saying, the fact that he was able to drive away from this wreck, amazing, because that was a hard hit, guys.
As he goes to the bathroom, we're going to take a look at the Mac cam here, see what he saw. Wow.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible. What a
Man.
horrific impact.
Man, we really need to talk to Armando about getting some safer barriers at this racetrack. That's bad.
Might want to put a wall down there, too.
There
That's
is.
a huge opening.
Once again, just trying to have a good, clean lap. Not trying to ask too much of himself. The 54 goes around in front of him, then he gets punted from behind. Very scary seeing that 57 go into the wall with that much force. I'm sure he's going to be shaking in his boots after seeing that.
You know, the season for this A car, it's been a season of highs and lows. You know, radio race winner, already in the playoffs, but aside from that, they've had a lot of bad luck. Gonna have to turn it around at some point.
Get ready to come back down for the restart to lap 21. Ruster and Ketchup still with the lead. And Fragile Fred all the way up to second. Very impressive considering the things he's witnessed in the last couple weeks and the things he went through, especially last week. That was a hard hit in the turn 4 wall. As we come down here, he's going to lead him to the line. That's not a penalty here. It would be in other places, but we're not assholes.
Fragile Fred, believe it or not, actually coming off of a top 10 finish last week. Trying to capitalize on some of that positive momentum. Oh, trouble already. The 5 cars around. Tom and Walls with him.
Hate to see that, man.
Undisputedly bad luck, but could have been way worse. Only 2 cars involved, looks like. As the rest of the field races back to the start-finish line. Seems everybody's going to keep it in one piece.
Oh, no, they're not.
they're
54. Not. Oh, hard.
Man.
You take a look at what happened. It looks like the 5 car is going to get hooked by Mason Dixon. Then he gets hooked back up into the 66. They both go into the wall with a... Oh, that had to ring some bells. And luckily, everybody up here missed him. Very close to getting cleaned out. That would have been a huge wreck. Matt would have had debris and had to duck.
And a lot of people got real close there. Thankfully, everybody just barely missed it.
And then we see we're coming back to take the caution. The 54, he's going to get hooked to also Luke, and then also get hooked, that's a good choice of words, into the 8 car, but he gets slammed into the wall. But looks like it's going to be pretty minimal damage for him.
Noticing a trend with that 22, though. That's, I think, the 3rd one he's been in, or at least a part of so far in his early career here in TOECAR.
Coming off turn 4 here, all doubled up. Fragile Frederick Bush in the lead. That 28 car's had a cursed season. Trying to turn it around today, like I said before, when that last wreck interrupted me. Let's see if we can get further this time. As they enter the restart zone, Ruster can catch up to his right, and the green is out. And Ruster just gone.
Oh, and
Spare
right
trying to follow him. And Tristan, what do you think Spare's going through right now? This is Spare's first ever race, unlike also Luke, actually having a pretty clean start. When do the nerves come in?
If the nerves aren't there already, I don't think there are any. I mean, he's already shown that he's got what it takes to be up here. At least Spare has. Also, Luke might be a different story, but let's talk about Spare for a second. Like as they're getting really racy up here. He's just putting on a clinic out here though, as he's being taken 3 wide. But very impressive on what the 29 has been able to do today.
Man,
I mean, Go ahead, Mike.
I'm just going to say these newcomers, they're all up in the front, and it's the Hornets' nest up here, man. From 2nd all the way back to about 6th, they are just shucking and jiving like crazy.
Matt, I hear you have something to report from the backstretch?
Yeah, guys, just to touch on Koya Lawson, I know last week he wasn't going very fast out around Ricky Raceway. Very massive switch up. I talked to his crew chief.
We got trouble.
Right, guys, they're wrecking.
Look out.
Right in front. Oh, they're going to hit the wall.
Oh, Scubs.
I think that was Scubs.
Oh, we got one going
over.
over.
One upside down. We may have multiple upside
down.
down.
Dingo Dave.
Oh, my goodness. Lots of cars flying in. Can they slow down? Ooh, they don't have to.
How is that? Was that the 31? How is he still rolling?
Oh my!
I think everybody's still rolling somehow, Tristan.
All right, we got a lot to look at here, but here's a part of it. As hard hit by Scubs into the inside wall, and then he just kept getting knocked around like a pinball shortly after.
Then behind those guys, David Gutterball once again getting another one. Gets hooked, to be fair. Not his fault. Chris the Catheter hits him. Liz Wyoming. Walter Cooler. That's how Chris the Catheter got pointed towards Scubs and became a heat-seeking missile. Just wiped out that 02 car. And in that poor 21. And yet another wreck.
Now time for the real fun. Here's Dingo Dave. He gets through that part of it pretty clean. Then down under and Adam Reichler are going to squish him up into the wall. He gets flipped over. And here comes his medically appointed haircut by Chris Call.
God.
Horrible.
Oh, Chris the Catheter got in this one too.
He gets it rolling, but his head has to be warm, at least. You know when the barber got the clippers a little bit too close to your hair or to your scalp and it started to feel a little warm?
So we ride on board with Chris Call, who's already been involved in an accident earlier today. And he just kind of got stuck in the wall and, nowhere to go.
He could have went low, Tristan.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello?
I was just saying he could have went low. He said he had nowhere to go.
Well, I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, but you know.
No.
Take a look back at what happened a lap and a half ago. Coyle Lawson's going to start to get hooked, oh my god, by Elliott Sadness.
That
would
was
have
close.
affected fishing season.
This is going to affect the tour.
As we're all doubled up here, ready to go for another restart. Rustard and Ketchup has found himself back into the lead here in that 42 car. To his outside, Arkansas Jones. As the pace car is off, as they approach the green flag. And there they go through the gears again. As Arkansas Jones comes with a hole shot. And we'll take the lead here going into turn 1, guys.
Coyle Lawson, as Arkansas Jones is in the infield care center trying to get his combined legs sawed apart right now, but understandable.
And this could be a big day for Arkansas Jones. This win would get Arkansas Jones into the playoffs as well. You know, looking to Mickle Mouse his way into another postseason.
I was gonna say, look at Joe Swanson down there, who's we've kind of touched on it. Is kind of having putting himself a pretty good race together here. Kind of a nice change of pace for his from his end, I would assume. He's going upside down at least.
Well,
the race is still young.
We just barely crossed halfway. I'm sure this 71 car is going to find his way into some trouble as far as we go.
Nah, I believe in him. I think he can do it this time.
Gordummy towards the back. Made a really, there it is.
We got trouble.
I saw it coming a mile away. Gordummy ducked in between the 13 car and whoever was below them, and it looks like he might have just turned him, guys.
Making music. I don't know how tore up that car is. It looks pretty slow. It looks a little deformed. Probably took a pretty hard look at that inside wall.
Might be crab walking a little bit.
So
they are racing back.
Storms around turns 3 and 4. Looks like it'll be, I said this last time, looks like this time they actually will remain mostly calm though. As you see here, I saw this 24 car just poke his nose in there and he's going to get the tow hitch on the back of that 13. Going to spin the 13 right across the front of the 8 car. 2 of them go spinning down to the inside wall.
That could have been a lot worse, especially with the 8 car there with all that oncoming traffic. Especially David Gutterball. That guy's a wreck magnet. Luckily nobody else got into him. Coming off of turn 2 here, getting ready to take lap 40. This race is starting to get down to it. Hopefully these guys can hold it together. We see a lot of clean racing.
Whoa, guys. Whoa, there are
on,
a bunch of... What are those? It looks like harmonicas are being thrown down at what I believe is the 13 car of Ginger Joe. These fans on the backstretch are big Macon music fans. His namesake of Macon comes from the town of Macon, Georgia. So these might be his friends. They're throwing harmonicas at Ginger Joe. The sound is incredible right now.
Backstretch orchestra aside, we're set for more racing here. Highside once again gets a tremendous restart. I don't even know if he actually cleared the 67 though. He might. Ooh, yeah, he's gonna. Might be able to hold the bottom here off too.
Might have to be careful for the harmonicas down here, boys.
Looks like most of them are off the racing surface. We should be good to go. Joe Swanson might be going for the lead here pretty soon.
I think I saw a recorder back there on the bottom on the backstretch.
There were a couple outliers.
I think I saw a drum set down there too.
Yeah, there is a full drum kit down here. That is true.
How'd they even get that in here?
Well, that's not important. Rustard and Ketchup taking the lead here on the outside. Inquiring minds.
As we have a pressing security issue here at TOECAR. They're side by side for the lead. 42 of Rustard and Ketchup trying to hold off the 67 car of not Arkansas Jones, who's sitting out with combined legs in the infield. But instead, Coyle Lawson, who's going to fill in for the 67 instead of the 45.
I said Arkansas Jones earlier, didn't I? That's okay. Thanks for correcting me, though. Now I know.
Speaking of the 45, Klink, who woke up just 20 minutes before the race, he's already up here, back up, fighting for the top 10. Very impressive. That dude, to him, Riki was literally 25 minutes ago. That's impressive for him. What mental stamina?
Well, Mike, TOECAR insider Rob Pockets was actually able to listen into the radio of that 45 car. Evidently, somebody in the hospital got a Skype call, and Klink was so surprised people still use Skype that he got up to decline the call himself, and that's what got him here to the track.
Guys are wrecking.
Oh, trouble.
Liz, Wyoming. Crisscross coming right back from 20 broken vertebrae. Going to be in this one.
Harold
Oh.
Clot.
We got him piling in hard. Fragile Fred, that's not going to be good for him.
Anthony Von Samsung again.
Oh, man. So many of the good runs we were having today. All in one wreck. Chris the catheter is all torn up. Rest of the field gets back safe. Off turn 2 here. Good old Harold going to get hooked by the 78 car, unfortunately, right up into Crisscross. And then Calamity breaks out. The 78 blocking the high side. All these guys blocking the bottom. Just left nowhere to go. And then eventually, making music. Hooks the 18 up the hill. Gets into Harold. Wow.
The 95.
Big impact. That's not good for Crisscross's back.
Oh!
Yeah, you don't like when they get up in the air because what goes up has to come down.
Chris Call got hit really hard too. That car came up off the ground a little bit.
Here we have Chris Cross, who's coming back off of a 2-week vacation because of his broken back at Talladega. 20 broken vertebrae. So he's just trying to make it through this wreck, then gets slammed.
Oh,
and, man,
jeez.
that's not going to be good for him, man. That's about 4 good hard landings and 1 crash. Fragile Fred in the back here. You see smoke, why would he lift? Just keeps on coming, almost cleans out a few. Oh!
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
So that's who got underneath the 95. Man. And you can see
Fragile
there,
Fred.
Chris Cross not driving away.
Gonna ride on board with Mr. Ball, his life himself. Wow. Narrowly avoids that first part and then the second part too.
Oh, God.
He actually missed one for once.
Good job, David. And we're back in Atlanta. Before we go green here, Matt, I have one question for you. How's the food in the backstretch?
It's not that great, Kyle. They only have Nature Valley granola bars down here in the trailer. Lots of crumbs. It sucks. Y'all got anything for me to eat? Can I get some?
You can
Have a
try
burrito
eating one of the
bowl.
harmonicas, I guess. So we're going green.
They took those away.
Eat the snare.
Don't worry, Matt. I'll get you a burrito bowl after this one.
Thanks, Tristan.
Coyle Lawson already out into the lead, man. Only his second race, and his first one was only partial.
Not going to hold it long, though. Not able to get that jump we've seen the high side get all night so far. And, this is the first time we've really seen people leave the racetrack. We have 2 cars out of the racer now. Obviously, Chris Cross, who was in that tremendous accident before, and then Anthony Von Samsung, who's been in about 15 of them. So, field's starting to thin out. You see a couple cars back there just barely hanging on to the main group. We might actually see some racing here.
See Phil Menard kind of trying to be a contender here in the late stages. He's kind of quietly been up here the majority of the race. Good to see him up here having a good run. The Spare Ferguson making some moves back there as well.
Very impressive.
What a
Trying
day
to
for Spare.
avenge the death of his cousin, his long-lost cousin.
Guys,
And
go ahead.
I was going to say, quickly behind him, give a call to Willie Studs. Willie Studs started the season as a championship contender, has really fallen off over the past few weeks. Trying to rebound today, might have a good shot at it. Oh, no, he's
Oh, the curse. Oh,
Gus
no.
Guys,
Oh,
Gus,
no. Oh, no.
balls in it.
Oh, my
Tony
goodness.
Torque Wrench. Oh,
That's Christopher Bell.
that was.
That looked awful.
Coming off of turn 2, Willie Studs right behind Spare Ferguson. They're just going to get hooked together down into the 69 car, both up into the wall. Spare comes down and bodies the 09, and he just head on into that concrete wall, hard in a gutter ball. He gets into the wall very hard, and then the 09 keeps getting hit back there.
After last week, this was the last thing we wanted to see. A horrible accident with the 09 there. Think good thoughts, folks.
guys, the sights down here were not good as I watched Christopher Bell. He seemed to throttle up into that concrete wall. I don't know if he got confused or what, but that was, without a doubt, the most vicious impact I've seen with my own 2 eyeballs.
As we see another angle here. Guys, TOECAR insider Rob Pockets reported as the 09 car was headed towards that inside wall opening, he was saying on the radio, guys, which one's the brake again? And, well, when the safety team got to the car, they couldn't find anybody. There's nobody left in the 09 car. So I'm afraid that confirms our worst fear.
Take a ride on board Christopher Bell during his last moments. And man, you were right. He just kind of throttled up, it sounded like, going into that inside wall and just getting pinballed around here. You really hate to see this after what happened last week.
I don't. Brings views.
Riding on board the 21 car. David Gutterball trying to miss the wreck. Gets past the first part, but boy, oh boy, just couldn't avoid that 09.
Yeah, we were just praising him on how good he was doing, avoiding the wrecks earlier. Doubled up here. Rustin Ketchup will be the one sitting here in first for this restart. Don't look now, but that 97, he's coming. He's sitting there in 6th place. Can he do it? Three weeks in a row. I wouldn't count him out here, guys. He's got a really good shot here as they go green.
Also heard from Rob Pockets that Clink Bottles demanded that his crew chief hand him a beer on his pit stop because that coma, it really dried him out, if you know what I mean, and he needs to get his fun juice back in his system.
Oh, good for him.
Clink
Oh,
bottles.
no. Oh, God. Never mind.
Blood alcohol content reaching record lows in that car. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I guess we'll only find out as we go here.
It might be his go juice.
You know, I hate to say it, Tristan, but you know who's had a very solid but quiet day? Mateus. That 32 car has been up front most of the day today. Only really got in that one little skirmish at the start. Pretty solid run.
Yeah, well, he could fuck off. I don't give a shit about a solid run.
Well,
It should have been him, not Christopher Bell.
As we come down to 10 to go, guys, we're going to make some picks here. Mike?
My pick, you're looking right at him. Mateus Paiva, look at him. He's already getting back up towards the front of the pack. He almost wanted Avis until he flipped off the edge of the brick road there, but I really think he can pull something off, guys. He's improved a lot since 2014.
Tristan?
I swear you're just saying that just to spite me. But, you know, I was going to say the 97, but I'm going to say the 29 here. Spare Ferguson. He is here to avenge the death of his long-lost cousin. He is here on a mission and one mission only. I think he's going to get it done here today, guys.
Matt?
Guys, I keep seeing him right behind that main pack every time they go by. Florida man, waiting in the wings. I think he's going to get it done today.
He's definitely here somewhere, Mike.
He's around.
Oh, Adam Reclado. He's going to get
I
to
reckon, guys. I think it's just a single car.
Avoid that wall. Avoid that wall.
Oh, there they go up there.
Oh, we got another one up there.
Chris
First
the
the
catheter.
catheter. Looks like they're going to all keep going the right direction, but the caution's still out. And just to wrap things up, guys, my pick today is going to be that 71 car at Joe Swanson.
I think that's a good pick.
No
Better than
elaboration.
Mike's, at least.
Just Joe. Coming off turn 2 here. Another case of 3 wide gone wrong. Liz Wyoming trying to shove the 6 car's nose up there. Gonna get the 11 into the 13. That 13 car found his way into another wreck. Sheesh. And then that 11 just spins all the way to the inside.
See Fragile Fred, he's running the top side. Oh man, Chris the catheter. I think he just got upset that he got passed by someone who wets the bed still.
Pace car pulls in. Gonna be 4 laps to go here on the restart from Atlanta. Coyle Lawson on the 67 car to the inside with the 42 of Rustard and Ketchup to his right. Green is out.
Getting down to it, boys.
There's going to be a lot of impatient drivers back there around 10th to 20th. They're really going to try to get up here, only a few laps to go.
Well, you know what they say, Mike? Impatient drivers lead to outpatient procedures, and we're going to see these guys get all over it here.
As I'm telling you, that 71 of Joe Swanson, he is just waiting there in the wings. He is ready to pounce when that opportunity strikes. I'm telling you, he's going to have a... Rest in peace, Strikes, by the way. He's going to have a really good opportunity.
As you see, getting a little spaced out here. It's going to take a little bit of momentum. I know it's a mile and a half. We're lifting a bunch, but you need that push from behind if you're going to get the run to pass somebody. It's all going to come down to that 67 car getting clear at Joe Swanson, but he just can't do it.
DUI Div trying to make it 3 in a row, and he's really doing everything he needs to. He's right in the wings. I think that's a term. He's right in the bird dog seat.
He's in a good position, Mike, but he doesn't have the best pusher behind him. And that's where I don't think DUI Div is going to win, because Mateus cannot do anything to help anybody's life be easy at all, you know?
Well, that's not his job. His job is to win the race.
Well, he does a bad job at that. Anyways,
Well, it's going to really come down to the 67 car. It's all a matter of can he clear the 71. If he clears Joe Swanson, he has a chance, and so does everybody else. If he doesn't, I'm afraid we might be in a stalemate. White flag. Rusted and Ketchup had a tumultuous season so far. Countless accidents, countless last place finishes. Don't forget Daytona. Second place coming off turn 4 and got flown into the outside wall. Had a terrific accident. Coming into turn 3 here, trying to turn his season around. Can he get there?
Coyle trying to get a run.
I don't think he's got it, guys.
maybe too little too late here.
Off turn 4, Rusted and Ketchup saves his season and makes the postseason.
How about
we got
that?
a
Oh,
wreck.
and they're wrecking
Oh, Harold
hard coming
Clock.
bit.
Oh, Harold, I hope he's okay. I guess he's alright, isn't he?
Down under. Looks like David Gutterball was in that. But man, what a stellar performance by Rusted and Ketchup.
Oh, we got more trouble.
Oh, and they're wrecking coming into pit road.
Oh, they
He
just
hit-
cannot.
oh,
Oh, my
oh,
goodness.
Oh!
What is going on, guys? Frustrations after the end of the race, man. People are pissed off. And, oh, there goes the 57 coming in real hot. He's real upset about the wreck at the end of that race.
I think they hit some harmonicas down there. I think that's what happened.
Could be, Tristan. Could be.
Did he start on the pole? Rusted and Ketchup?
I think it was just him and the 67 that led today, right?
It was just him.
And guys, here's today's Mr. Why Did He Do That award. Down under, it goes down under Harold. Absolutely hooks him into the 57. Tom and Walls gets a piece. Adam Recklin. Poor Harold. Loses a few of the brain cells he had left.
Man, I know who never mind.
Mike did not find the brain cells Harold lost.
Another look from Dingo Dave's point of view of what happened here. Come to the line. They're just plain down under, got under. And, you know, you'll have that sometimes in big-time stock car racing. Big-time tow car racing, that is.
And you know, guys, I was going to say, Mr. Haircut himself, top 30, haircuts eat free.
What?
And here
Oh,
is
there's
Steve,
this.
Just
really
terrible.
pissed off coming to the finish here, or just trying to come back into the pits to go home. Gonna be an
There's-
awkward bus ride for everybody. Can we please say that everybody just picked up on a school bus?
Yes. Absolutely. There's a reason I just kept going. That was too good to not use.
Oh man, it's a long bus ride down under.
Yeah, as you're closing it, be like,
Well, after a relatively tame day here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, Rusted and Ketchup is your winner. Second place is going to go to officially Arkansas Jones. However, Coyle Larson did most of the heavy lifting. Phil Menard, that untrustworthy piece of shit, in third. Joe Swanson. Still can't feel his legs, but he can feel a top 5 finish. Going to finish 4th today. DUI Div, keeping that momentum high as the blood alcohol content is also high. There we go. Paul Walker Music, P6 today. Mateus Baeva to Tristan's dismay, P7. 8th place, Rusty Dipstick, who's a strong competitor today as well. Let's not forget. Walter Cooler in car 9 finishes 9th. And rounding out the top 10, Big Luke lifts.
Shout out to Spare Ferguson, man. P11 after his first start. Impressive after coming back from that crash. Really look forward to what he has for the rest of the season.
Yeah, just overall a really, it's a mix of emotions today. I mean, we're obviously thinking about Christopher Bell. I don't know if we've reached the family members yet, but keep them in your thoughts, I suppose. I don't know. Do whatever you want with that information as you will. But hats off to not Rustifer. Hats off to Rusted and Ketchup for just kind of dominating the day. He was up there all day and just he put on a clinic. He put a whooping on these boys. And let's throw it to Matt one more time. Matt, what you got?
all I gotta say is I'm definitely excited to be back up in the booth for the Splint Cup Series race because this is kind of terrifying. If you remember earlier, all of the fans in the grandstands were flipping me off before it went green. Even also Luke flipped me off as he drove past me earlier. and I don't know if they got more riled up due to everything that was going on with Ginger Joe and making music or what the deal is, but it appeared as though they were starting to climb the fence and start to charge towards me as all the cars went onto pit road after the race. I turned around and ran. I'm now in a safe location that I will not disclose for my own safety. Just it's a mixed emotions for me as well, like you said, because enjoyable experience, but I don't feel like my life was safe. My livelihood was safe being back there.
Well, don't worry, Matt. I got a burrito bowl waiting for you up here when you're ready.
Fantastic. I'm starving.
Well, for Mike, for Tristan, and for Backstretch Matt, this has been another TOECAR race. Goody Trash Series here at Atlanta. From the booth here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway to wherever you might be listening to this, thank you, and good night.
Oh, Fred lost 28 positions.
Yeah,
Of
of course, dude.
Pierre lost 28 years.